The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he's dragged down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking to pass. It's Aller. Quickly complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Got enough space. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Williams. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Off play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Quarterback got it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Now on the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Catch in the middle. It's Randall. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up fourth and goal.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Going for 6. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply didn't have it.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Dinkins. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. First down and more. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking for room, it's Randall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And the point after is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leathers. We are deadlocked here in the third. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They'll go with a quick touch pass. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
On the run, still looking. Looking for room at the 40. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Caught, close to the marker, it's Moore. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking for the score. And it's a touchdown.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Wolverines' defense is doing all it can to keep this close, hoping that offense will take the lead at some point soon. They're up by 11 over Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage.
Sends it downfield. Makes the grab down the right side. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little long and the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it up. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Pulls it in, it's Randall. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
Gonna run it, it's Randall. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Grab near the marker. It's Hudson. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. With the run on 1st and goal. And he stomps his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here in a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Shakes off the defender. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Flying down the right side. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense comes out needing a score here, down one possession. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, let's win that down. Good coverage.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You know, you got to make plays. You're trailing late in the fourth quarter, and you need touchdowns. Like, you got to come up with something big, and this offense just wasn't able to do it. Now, defense is going to have to go pull out some miracles, maybe an onside kick. Something great's going to happen to get back in this ball game.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.